What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fortnite Save the World. Um, gotta have been recording. I've noticed, as you've noticed. um, I don't know, some crazy stuff. Not necessarily crazy, but some stuff has been going on here that has prevented me from recording for a couple of days. Uh, Power issues and then internet issues. Um, but should be back on that regular schedule. It's super early right now, so so I probably sound like weird, but um, we're good. I want to do some ventures. I can't remember off the top of my head if there's anything I should try and teach you guys. If anything, it's how to read the map because like, a lot of people that I know when I play with them, it's like they're not sure how to use the map and they just use play with others, or they just use the quest select. So like if you have a main quest, um, it'll be the top obviously, but people would just put like play or take me there. I forget what it says, but but it'll put you in a random mission, and I think I explained in the last video why it's beneficial to pick your own. Um, I didn't think I went over exactly how to check the map and see what area you may need to be in. Um, it's really easy. Obviously, if you see under the mission name, like this one's called a resupply, it'll say suburbs Stonewood, right? Obviously, we're in Stonewood, but the map type will be the one on the left, and the one on the right will be your area. So it's real simple. If your mission wants you to be in a city, suburb, or let's say city, suburb, industrial, sometimes, right? Complete this mission. Like it'll say, fill in mission there. Right? It'll be like complete a fight the storm in a city, suburb, or industrial park. Is what it'll say. Or it would just say complete a fight the storm. It won't give you a it won't give you a map type to go to, so you can pick any map type you want. Um, but some missions are specific. Like I said, it'll ask you to complete a fight the storm, say, in a suburb or in a city, or it'll have you search for items in either a city or a suburb. Right? In that case, you would want to pick between what missions you're playing. So if you were to pick, um, if you were to pick this play with others and go for the campaign option, it'll put you in either one. It might put you in this one, this resupply, but it could also put you in this city zone, right? Lightning. Um, and that's where you would want to make sure you're doing, say, ride the lightning other than a resupply, because if you have to collect, say, 10 items, right? You got to collect 10 items. This mission is not ideal for it because the zone moves and closes, shrinks and opens, that sort of thing. Shrinks, not opens. Um, Shrinks and moves around, just like this eliminate and collect. So you could get this eliminate collect. Say if it told you wants you to complete a mission in the suburb and you put autoplay, um, it could put you here or it could put you here. Any that's that of power level, right? Because sometimes it'll have like a complete or not complete, but collect items in a 15 plus in a suburb, right? And it could put you in any one of those two. It could put you in this one too, I think. 15 plus. So it could put you in this one or this one or this one. But obviously two of the actually all three of these, all three city zones, not all three suburbs, would be a bad spot unless you can move fast, right? Um, but obviously, if you want to have the better odds, if it wants you just to collect items in a 15 plus zone, then a retrieve data wouldn't be as good, a resupply wouldn't be as good, and eliminate and collect wouldn't be as good because those are shrinking zones. Um, you'd want this ride the lightning. It's gonna give you a lot of time to get all your stuff, probably loot up, and then you could start the mission, and you know what I mean. Um, it does have 2 blue glow. It's 2 blue glow per round, I guess. The red lighting is a 2 round system. Um, 2 blue glow per round. If you want to max it out, it is 12. It's always 12 for all of them. So it'll be like 12 plus 4. Or if you want to do this one, it's 12 plus 1. This one is just 12. The ones that are 4 player, I call them 4 times. If it's a 4 times mission, then you cannot max it out. It's max. It's maxed already. You cannot max the resupplies, and you cannot max the eliminate and collects. But everything else, you can. But it's always important to check what zones you need to do stuff in. Like Plankagen obviously has the autumn foothills, and there are quests in the autumn foothills as well. So you need to look out for those. And then in Canny, same with Canny, there are Thunder Route missions. Thunder Route is just this gas station, like along a freeway, I guess you could say. It's like a gas station along a freeway. With other stuff like a diner and all that stuff. And then there's the deserts, and then there's ghost towns. So always pay attention to what place you need to be in, and pick the mission that will better suit what you need to do in that area. Right? That's just a little bit of info. With this area, these areas are really bad. If you're playing this area or this ventures, you'll know that places like this, the Boreal base, because it's on the big old chunk of ice, the ice isn't always level. So if you're building, say, this evac shelter, it's got a pretty wide range that you need to defend. Sometimes you can't build around it properly. Same goes for missions like what's not on here, but the Fight the Storm mission with the Atlas that you put down, you got to build around. It's also like that. It's also really bad. Same with these ones. The Chili Cove isn't as bad. You'll get better objective spawns in that. And tip for people who want to get past these, even in the 160 zones, I'll go over to 160. Even in the 160 zone, sometimes there's the Quad Atlas. There's not one now. There's one now. An easy thing to do is to go into the mission, check if your atlases are in the air, because yes, atlases will spawn in the air. If you have a 3 or more atlas, like this 3 atlas right there, if you have a 3 or more atlas, one of the atlases or 2 of the atlases have a chance of spawning in the air, and they're easy to defend. I'll show you how to defend those right now too, in a sec. Let me. So with the Quad Atlas, 2 or 3 can spawn in the air. And I probably won't be able to show you that because I have to be in and out of a mission just to pull it. But say you want to do 160 and you're solo duo, and you know, you can't protect all 4. You and your duo can hop in and out of a mission until you get 3 floating atlases or 2 floating atlases. 2 floating atlases will be manageable. Same with the 3. 2 floating atlases can appear, or 1 floating atlas. But if it's 1 floating atlas, then that's perfect, right? Because a triple atlas with 1 floating atlas is only 2 atlases anyway, and a quad atlas with 2 floating atlases is only a double, so it's even better. I'm gonna cut to inside my home base to show you guys how I would build for floating atlases, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we're back. For those of you asking, it was one guy, honestly. For the homie asking if I needed stuff like that, I did respond. I said no, thank you. I do have my own barons now. I didn't really need them before, but I decided to have them. This is my twine. It's really bad, as in destroy that. It's really bad, as in I'm not gonna take that, but it's really bad. I almost launched myself. It's really bad because I'm done with it. I didn't do the the endurances, and that's because if you, as far as I know, right, if you not increase endurances, but if you do endurances, it increases the difficulty of the enemies when you do your war games. And I keep my war games low so I can help people do the mini boss prequest for the Storm King. So that is why I keep mine low. But say you have like a quad atlas, right? You have one here, you have one here, and then you got one in the air somewhere right here, right? If it was in the air, what you gotta do is you gotta build. You don't need that bottom piece, but you build these arches to support it as high as it is. You know what I mean? Because it could be one high, it could be two high. But you build the arches. Just to get up, you want to build these depending on how high it is, right? If it's this high, then it's not gonna let you put that floor. So then it would go here. All right, I'm just gonna use this to mark that that's how high it is. But if it's that high, right, the enemies won't attack these arches. Can I? That doesn't increase my speed. Okay, I thought having it. But if it's this high, then you don't really have to defend the bottom. You could put stuff on the bottom, just don't put anything like this or like this, because the enemies will go up and attack this thing, and then they'll attack this, which then you'll have to break, because then they might, you know, if they're attacking those two pieces, then a smasher could come by and try to break them, and if a smasher does come by and break them, depending on how he's angled, he might destroy two, he might destroy one, you know what I mean? So having it like this is the best. It doesn't have to be out of wood. You can build it out of any material, but just arches like that in general will help you. And for up here, you don't really have to defend it if it's up in the air like this. But occasionally you'll have enemies, say, throwing to that objective. I have double because I was fighting mini bosses, but you could have like an enemy throwing to, say, that objective, and it'll throw from like maybe right here at that objective, depending on how your tunnels are laid out, how the map is laid out. But you could have an enemy throwing to that objective and hitting this one. So I like to just build something like this. Just to block it, because as you know, you can't build walls on the objective around it like this. You can't build walls like that around the atlas. So I would build like this and just level this up, put some anti-airs on it. You guys can put a base on it, but you don't really need to if you're playing with an extra and you're doing, you know, you're playing with another teammate and you're doing a quad atlas. You can put one there, but you can't just protect it normally. You don't really need to defend it that much. There are rare occasions where it'll be near, say, a cliff. So a cliff would be like this. Oh, I put it up there, but didn't get up there. So a cliff would be kind of like this, or even closer, like this close. And if it's the case of this close, you don't want to destroy this and put walls there instead, so that the enemy won't smack that, break it, and have that opportunity to throw stuff. It won't throw stuff. But if it was like this, and you know, obviously this little curved piece with this little railing wouldn't be there, but the enemy would just walk off. If it was close to, you know, obviously that wouldn't be there. This would be like the cliff's edge, right here where it curves, kind of like that one. And it's pretty close. You'd probably be better off just putting walls. You could put something up here too, or you could just get rid of it, and then just have anti-airs up on the top, just in case an enemy wants to throw stuff over it, or like throw stuff, you know, towards that objective, obviously. Because rarely they'll try and throw for this one. They will try to throw at you, probably more often than they'll try and throw at your objective. But that's how I would build this. If it's near a cliff, like I said, you could do this little wall method and put these walls here. If it's close enough to the cliff where the enemies can still smack that wall, then just don't have the walls there, or edit them into corner pieces like that, so the enemies won't hit the bottom corners. And then just upgrade the inside. It could be a whatever material you want. It doesn't have to be out of wood, like I said. But that's how I would build it. If you have two floating in the air, then you just build them. You can build them the same. Like that. That's how I usually put them, kind of just like that. You could make it so these are floors instead of all this other. Where did I put that? You could make them so they're just floors instead of anything else. So it'll just be floors, and you leave those walls there, maybe. All right. Right, and you could have, oh, you can't put them in the center, but you could have those walls like that, or that walls on the outside, or walls on the inside, and put anti-airs, so you could have it like this. But then, you know, the anti-airs would only hit in that specific direction. So it'll be pretty weird, but they'll only hit for things that pass directly in front of them. And then you could have some of the top, no walls, and they will hit, you know, they'll hit anything in front of them. Or you could edit these walls to be thin guys. I don't like that. It's not a preferred method, obviously, because it's all open. The first method is the preferred one, but these are different examples of what you could do if you wanted to. You could just edit them all like that. I didn't even edit this one because I missed the top piece. You could edit them like this with the top, of course. And then just have anti-airs on the inside and on top, which it'll be pretty well protected from enemies. You could add more, obviously. You could put one in each corner, which would probably be what I recommend you do if you're going to do this. Just line the whole thing all around them with anti-airs. But the first method is preferred because that's a lot easier. Just defend it instead of having to put anti-airs like that. Nice. Nice. These I kind of already showed you guys how to do regular atlases. I don't think I showed you guys how to defend these. I'll probably show you how to defend these next time. I'll do video over like twine defense setups, and I'll go over the one for my Plankerton as well, probably while I'm at it, since that one's a lot easier to cover because it's done. This one I would have to rebuild. But I'll rebuild them out of wood and just show you guys what I would use and where I would use it. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you liked it, if it was helpful, good. Leave a like. But subscribe as well if you're new, if you want to see more. If you have questions about how to build these before that video comes out, you can always hit me up and just ask me, hey, help me build my twine, hey, help me build my Plankerton, Stonewood, any map, I will help you. I do know or remember all the spawns for them, so if you do need help with that, let me know. You can hit my Discord, add me, and then when I add you back, just let me know why you're here. Don't just sit there awkwardly and don't message me. Just tell me, hey, I seen you on YouTube. I need help with this and that, you know what I mean, and I'll help out. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys later.